Hello, friends. How are you doing? How was your day? Hope you had a beautiful day today. Welcome to this edition of Ace with Oqui, where we push past average to achieve clear excellence. Tonight, we'll be starting a new series, the mentorship series, and today will be the part one. Is going to have the part two and the part three of it. And tonight we'll be looking at what shapes us. The question is it noise or voice? Which one shapes us, right? Now, every one of us, you, me, all of us, are a product of two forces. Two forces. The first one is the force of nature. Nature are those innate things that you are born with. Your curiosity, your traits, your personality, right? But there is a second force, that is the force of nurture. Nurture is talking about the environment around you. It's talking about the voices that speak to you, the influence that are around you, right? The problem is that a lot of times, most of the times, the nature in us begins to dwindle, begins to fade away, while the nurture takes over our lives. Why does that happen? Because we are exposed to an environment which begins to directly influence our lives. Most times, that influence is not positive. Most times, it is negative because of the environment where we find ourselves. What is noise? Because you are either influenced by a voice or by a noise. Pluralize it. You are either influenced by voices or by noises. So what is a noise? Noise is the repeated messaging you absorb that isn't designed to build you. Noise is those things that get into your mind. They are not designed to build you. Rather, they are designed to control you. And I'm sure you know most of them. Now, when you were still a child, you had this aspiration of becoming an artist. You want to be an artist. It's something that you loved so much. But somehow it got into the ears of your teacher. And your teacher laughed and said, an artist? Artists don't make money in life. And that's stuck in your mind. And from that day, you stopped aspiring to be an artist. And you began to look at something else entirely from who you are. And decades later, you have left off that original you that you are meant to be. Why? Because of voices, or should I say, because of noises. You told your parents that you want to become something else, or you are aspiring to be something. This one happened to every one of us, right? You know, we are all born fearless. We are all born fearless. That is why you will see fire and you want to go and put your hand into it. Some will argue and say, but fire is something that is dangerous and you need to protect a child from it. But that tells you the fearlessness all of us are born with. But at some point, when you climb something, they will begin to tell you, you will fall, you will fall, you will fall. And it begins to register in your mind that you're going to fall. And one of the days, you fall. When you fall, what happens? You now begin to believe that thing your parents say is the truth. So that the next time you want to get into doing a particular thing, they tell you, that thing is not going to work. Be realistic. And because they said be realistic, you leave that great thing that you want to do and then focus or settle for something that is lower. A lot of us wanted to become entrepreneurs. But they told us, no, it's too difficult. Don't do that. You need to go get a job. And because of that, we settled for jobs instead of becoming entrepreneurs. A partner would actually joke with you, your husband, your wife. You say, I want to go take a course. And he says, that is not something that will fit you. How do you think you're going to fit into that kind of thing? then the next thing is that that dream begins to die. Voices that are actually noises. Social media is one other big noise that is in our ears, telling us the things that success should look like, that success should look like this and not like this. And then showing you a lot of overnight success without showing you the corresponding efforts that went before the success came. And it begins to shape your person and your perception about what success should be. At your workplace, you did very well, you were very innovative, but someone took your innovation, and because of that, you are now saying, just doing it anyhow is a better way because you weren't rewarded for your innovation. Voices that are actually noises. Now, the question is, how do this noise sneak into your personality? Through repetition. When there is something repeated over and over and over and over, after some time, those things will become truth in you, and they will settle within you as truth. Meanwhile, they are not actually truth. Your brain will agree with it, accept it, and take it in to be the truth. Then authority bias is another way we get these noises into our minds. Authority bias. Your parents, they are the people, they know me better than I know myself. My religious leaders, they should be the ones advising me. They know me, right? And because they said a thing, you take in that thing, hook, line, and sinker, believing that it is the truth. Meanwhile, it is a noise that is meant to derail you from who you are meant to be. Emotional shortcut. They begin to tell you, that thing, you need to be very careful about it. It is too risky for you to do it. And because your mind doesn't want to expose you to something that is risky and something that is bad, it will begin to take you away, off course, that thing that you're supposed to do. Social proof and pressure. Everyone is doing it in a particular way, so I need to do it in that particular way so that I will blend in. Because standing out makes me look lonely. Standing out makes me look as if there is something else about me. So that your unpopular mind and idea that you had will begin to look like something you should not dare into. Why? Because popularity is now what you are following. This kind of life has damaged a lot of persons in different ways. Let me tell you about that. Some persons today are now having, number one, stunted potential. Why? Because they left off where they are supposed to be and began to listen to noises. They started investing in themselves. Why? Because they no longer believe that that path that they want to follow is the right path. The second damage that it does to individuals is what we call decision paralysis. You are now finding it difficult to decide on your own because you're looking to hear from the next person to know if he believes that this decision you're about to make is the right decision. So you're not able to make decisions for yourself. Why? Because you have been told that making this decision might not actually be the best for you. So in the next one, you are now second guessing yourself. Now you lower your standard. That's the number 3 thing it does to you. It lowers your standard so that those your high aspirations, those big things that you want to do for yourself, they've spoken to you so much that you now no longer believe that it is truly what you require and what should work for you. And then the 4th thing it does to you is that you begin to avoid performance. You're no longer that person who has courage to take on things and get them done. Why? Because you have been spoken to so much that you now believe that I don't need to do all that. I don't need to become all that. The 5th thing it does to you, which is very dangerous, is that you begin to have an identity drift. You are no longer who you are. At some point, you begin to question, am I still the same person? You have been shaped to become something else. You actually created, let me use something physical, to be a circle. But after some time, because of all the things that you've heard, the noises, you are now a square. You're no longer fitting into who you are meant to be. Can I tell you something? Noise doesn't actually slow you. No, it redirects your life into an entirely new, different path. So this evening, I want to help you with telling you a quick test that you must do for everything that comes around you. 3 tests. Number 1, you must ask yourself, this person that is advising me to follow this particular course, how is his own life? If I end up like him or get his kind of result, will I be happy with myself? If my life ends up the way his own is or her own is, will I be happy? Now you must ask this question whether it's your parents or not. I've seen this happen several times in business. Someone will see a business idea, something that is going to help them become better, and then they want to be a part of it, but immediately they get home and talk to their father. Their father goes like, that thing doesn't work, don't go into it. And because of that, they stop. Question, has daddy ever tried this thing? Number 2 question, could it be that daddy has continued to avoid this kind of opportunities and that's why his life is where it is today? Do you understand? You must have to do that. Then the second thing you must do, a test to know if it is a noise or a voice, is ask yourself, after you heard that, did it energize you or did it dampen your dream? If it energized you, then maybe it's a voice. If it dampened your dream and your aspiration, maybe it's a noise. Number 3 tests that you must have to do is this thing that they are telling me now, whose interests are they trying to protect? Is it mine or theirs? Now, most times they will tell you, it's for your good. It's for your good. I'm saying this and I'm saying. But the question is, if you remain the same person that you are today, who will actually face the consequences? Is it them or you? Most times it is you. So that's why you need to be able to say, this is a noise and this is a voice, and know which one to follow. I want us to do a short practical very quickly in 60 seconds. If you're listening to me now, do this with me right now. Think about a belief that you have. Think about a belief that you have. One that you carry around, right? Maybe I am not creative. Maybe this is a good level. I think I should just stay here and not go beyond this place. Think of one. Think of one. Now ask yourself, who told you that thing that you're repeating to yourself? Who told you? Can you remember? Can you remember who told you? If you can remember, name the person that told you, because one way to break out of something that is holding you bound is by naming that thing. Who told you? Your parents? A teacher? A religious leader? A friend of yours? Find out who told you that. When you find out who told you that, the second thing I want you to do, this is a quick test we are doing this evening, right? Go opposite what they told you. For example, they told you that you are not creative, right? That you're not creative. Allow yourself get into the creative space and put down whatever it is that comes to your head, no matter how nonsensical it is. Put it down. Practice the opposite of what they have told you for 7 days. Do it for 7 days. You have decided that this place is good enough. I'm working. I'm a civil servant and it's okay for me. Whatever I'm getting from this is okay. Question is, who told you that? Then number 2 is try doing something opposite. Start something that is new in your life. Right? Great. Now, the number 3 thing that you must have to do is decide to set a boundary. Decide to have a simple boundary. No more sharing my goals with certain kind of persons. No more telling my dreams to certain kinds of persons. There was a man in history named Joseph. Joseph got into all manner of troubles. Why? Because he started sharing his dreams with the people he considered to be his family. They sold him and messed up his life, derailed him for 13 years before that dream came true. Why? Because he exposed it before time. Right? Now, begin to replace those loud noise with voices. If you've practiced it for 7 days, you will see the change that will happen in your life. When that change happens, decide and determine in yourself that you're going to take that step forward. Even if you fail, it's okay, but it is a step forward. Right? Now, what does a voice demand of you? Because like I said, noise will take you from potential to mediocrity and to self-doubt, while a voice will take you from potential to performance. So what does a voice demand of you? A voice demands clarity of vision, that you should have a clear vision and goal for your life. A voice of excellence and a voice of growth will demand from you discipline. Because without discipline, you can't go anywhere. A voice of excellence and growth will demand from you proof, evidence. So if someone is saying something to you and there is no evidence in that person's life to show that this person has tried this and it is working, be skeptical. Walk away from that kind of person. A voice of excellence demands that you give yourself an honest critiquing. Ask yourself some questions. Have an introspection in yourself. Find out from within what fits you and what suits you. And then a voice of excellence demands courage, that you move ahead and do that thing, even when you don't understand everything about it. The voice of excellence also demands that you get a mentor. In the next episode on Wednesday next week, we'll be talking about a mentor and getting a mentor for yourself, because that is the missing link between your potential and performance. Noise will always ask you to fit in, but the voice will always ask you to grow. The question is, which one would you choose? The beautiful truth about life is that you're being shaped every day. So even if you're out of shape today and you decide that you want to get back into shape, there are voices that can help you get back into shape. Every day, your nature and your nurture are shaping you, right? But the truth is that you must have to have a deliberate shaping of your life. If not, it will be noise if it is not deliberate. So from tonight, decide to question the beliefs that make you act the way you do. And also begin to question other opinions that come around you. Because you know one thing, opinion is one of the cheapest things to get in this life. At every point, there's someone that has an opinion for you. But ask yourself at all times, is this thing an empowering opinion? That means it's a voice. Or is this a disempowering opinion? That means it's a noise. In the next episode, I'll be discussing about voices. I talked about noises today. Next episode, I'll be talking about voices, so that you'll be able to pick a voice that is telling you what you need to do and be able to follow it. Even if it is from a stranger, you'll be able to know. All right? Fantastic. This has been Ace with Oqui, where excellence is a lifestyle. Until next time, I want you to keep growing, keep glowing, and keep achieving clear excellence. Good night, and God bless you.